In the northwest coast of California, there's a small community that's a little different from everywhere else. These people value time outside. Roaming some of the most beautiful land in the state, with secluded beaches surrounded by redwood forests. This giant redwood forest is known as the Redwood Curtain. Tucking this community away from the rest of the state. While some people may not enjoy that kind of seclusion, the people who live there love it. For more than 30 years, Dr. Robert Soper has been caring for this community.
Bob is the most important psychiatrist in our community. I first met Bob Soper like 20 years ago. It was obvious to me from the very beginning that Bob is a really caring listener. So he's a unique combination of super smart but also really compassionate, which is what you want to be if you're a psychiatrist in particular.
Bob was always at the center of what was going on with patients with mental illness. He is a key component to caring for people in this area.
I've never met someone who works so hard and so much. I actually worry about him quite often because in the 4 years that I've been working with him, I've never seen him take more than a few days off in a row.
For many years, he's been one of a handful of psychiatrists that's made his home behind the Redwood Curtain. And today, he's the only psychiatrist in the region maintaining a private practice and seeing patients at the local hospital. He spends most days working in his office, seeing patients in his practice. And then at night, he heads over to the hospital to see patients who've been admitted. It's a great responsibility, but one he's proud to take on.
I keep reminding myself that I'm lucky to be able to do this. People are inviting me into their very personal lives, and when you watch people get better, it's very gratifying.
Bob Soper has been phenomenal in our community. As a physician who needs to refer some difficult psychiatric patients with very little psychiatric referrals ability here, because we just had very few psychiatrists, there wasn't a single solitary time that he told me I cannot see a patient. He was open, he always called me back if he didn't answer immediately, and he always accepted everybody. And for us as physicians, family physicians on the firing line, that was unbelievably comforting.
His career in medicine started differently than most. It started in politics.
I ended up working in the political campaign of George McGovern and got elected as an alternate delegate to the Democratic National Convention. But at the same time, I also got a placement with the Peace Corps in Belize. It was a life-changing experience. It clearly helped me see life through a very different lens than the white upper middle class neighborhood I grew up in. The people were wonderful, the country was wonderful. It gave me the opportunity to rethink what I was doing with my life.
After studying medicine at the University of Wisconsin, Dr. Soper did his residency in New Mexico and started his career of private practice there. After 5 years, he and his wife decided to move to Humboldt.
I am a Wisconsin born and raised person, but it gets cold there. I looked at a climate map and I saw there were 2 places that had relatively temperate climates year-round. One was northern New Mexico and the other was Humboldt.
Once settled in Eureka, Dr. Soper quickly emerged as a leader in his community. hearing about physicians in the area who are coming under great amounts of stress. He formed the area's first physician well-being committee, which he still chairs today.
He was part of a group that helped physicians, and it was a anonymous group that helped physicians if they were going through either depression or any kind of drug or alcohol abuse. And so that part of him was extremely important for our community.
Dr. Soper, alongside the Humboldt Del Norte County Medical Society, started the Ad Hoc Committee on the Mental Health Crisis, a group that's forged collaboration between the county mental health department, law enforcement, and hospital emergency providers. This collaboration has made a significant impact on the community.
The community had been having a really hard time with the lack of mental health services and trying to work with county mental health in a collaborative fashion.
He realized that things were so fragmented that patient care was really affected in a bad way. I mean, there was poor continuum of care between inpatient and outpatient. And so he recognized that the only way to make that change is to start getting together with the people that have the authority to make those changes.
When county mental health lost their psychiatric staff, I saw there was an opportunity to take advantage of the politics, to try and make it clear that the community was interested in county mental health, working actively with the rest of the medical community, the legal community, and they stepped up.
I'm going to say it's been at least 4 years now, and a lot of tangible things have come out of that.
Being aware of how political power affects things allowed me to see an opportunity to try and bring people together. So I need to credit my political science background for that.
Whether it's for other physicians in the area or the community at large, Dr. Soper has found a way to make an impact.
He has been a bedrock of mental health care in this community. It's a hard place to practice medicine. You know, we are kind of in a little isolated culture, and because of that, there has been a lot of people who have found this not to be a great fit for them. So amongst all of that transience, he has been here providing that full mental health care.
Dr. Soper's unique background and love for his community propels him to keep working. It's his hope that other medical professionals will come to see what he sees and make this majestic place their home.
Bob, I am so proud that you have won this award. You are most deserving. We have been graced by your presence in Humboldt County for over 20 years, and I don't think there is a better person to get this award.
Well, Bob, I already have told you a zillion times how I feel about you, which is that I really love you. I love having you up here. I can't tell you how much you've done for me personally in my career, and also touching so many people's lives up here, and the award is very well deserved.
Bob, I would just like to say congratulations to you for receiving the 2019 Plessner Award. It is a pleasure to work with you and a pleasure to know you, and I look forward to more engagement as we go forward in the coming year.
Congratulations, Bob. You earned it, you deserve it. You have been here long, and you are a good support and treasure for our county. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for, one, being the bedrock of mental health in this community, but also for being so willing to work with others, train younger people who come here, and work with all of us who are newer to the community where we can share our love for caring for the families and the mental health of Humboldt County.
Hi, Bob. As a fellow psychiatrist in our small community, I'd like to thank you and honor you and congratulate you for this well-deserved award.
Congratulations, Dr. Soper. Long overdue. You're amazing. We all love you. Thank you for being you.
I want to wish you, Bob, the very best. This is a wonderful opportunity for you. This is a great award and very deserving. You've been a great credit to our community. You've been a good friend, and you've been a great source of information. And every time I've called you, you've always been ready to help. You're also a very loyal guy, especially to the University of Wisconsin and the Green Bay Packers. I wish you many, many more years. We really like having you around.
Most days there's something quite surprising that happens with people, and the stories they have to tell are often very, very different or intense, dealing with real life problems. So the opportunity to explore their world with them never gets boring.